graced with lovely pictures of the artifacts, and to present that to all of us is the lovely Dr. Olusegun Morakinyo. I hope I did your name justice. Okay, Dr. Olusegun Morakinyo is a distinguished Afrocentric scholar and research associate at the University of South Africa, my country. And like our brother said, Nigeria and South Africa are having a bit of a battle, but we love each other nonetheless. I will continue. He is currently a visiting scholar at the Trinity College of Dublin and Queen's University Belfast. His research focuses on the provenance and curation history of Africa collections in Irish museums, supported by the Royal Irish Academy grant. A former writer and a resident at Stellenbosch Museum and senior research fellow at the University of Fort Hare. He has completed postdoctoral studies across multiple South African universities. You are just taking me back home with the South Africa verse, but I will continue. From 2007 to 2014, he coordinated the African program in Museum and Heritage Studies at the University of Western Cape and Robben Island Museum. His publications addresses African philosophy, museum ethics, and heritage studies, including Afrocentric twin in Africa, African heritage studies, and transformation of artifacts and heritage education in post-apartheid South Africa. He holds a BA, my goodness, wow, I should stop and say wow. Well done to you, sir. He holds a BA in philosophy at the OAU, Nigeria, and MSc in Equality Studies at UCD, and a PhD in History at the UWC, that's the University of Western Cape, South Africa. Without further ado, everybody please put your hands together for Dr. Olusegun
Morakinyo and his lovely, beautiful daughter here. Day 22 is also here. Day 22 Morakinyo, so she's here to support her. That, please, a round of applause for him too, Dr.
Thank you very much and good afternoon. As you say, my name is Olusegun Morakinyo. First, I want to thank Brother Emmanuel, because it's important to start from where you start. I want to thank Brother Emmanuel for introducing me to the African Advocacy Network. I thank Brother JK, the counselor, for his support. Because how I met Brother JK is I was introduced by Nadet Foley, which she's not here, but I must thank. And Emmanuel took it up, and I've been working with him. So, on that note, I want to say a very big thank you, because you say, as artists and as scholars, we are like your herbalist traditional rulers. We can do a lot, but you see, it has power, it has medicine, it has everything. But you just see him, he's struggling. It's never your rich man of the village. They are like teachers. Teachers that never pay for the work you do. So this research and is a labor of love, and that's why I want to correct that. The grant, the National Royal Irish Academy grant I got, is not for this research. It's for a research I'm trying to do now, or trying to look at the history of African studies in Ireland, so that I will look at the archive. What is it in the library about Africa? What are the research infrastructure for knowledge of Africa? And we aim to develop what we call an African studies in Ireland, because we have to study ourselves. So that is the start for this one. I sponsored it myself with the general support of my university in South Africa, University of South Africa. I have to use my own research grant to do this, go to Belfast, come to Dublin and stuff like that. Because if we, as a people, this is heritage, which I will go into, Nobody will give you money to take care of your mother. If you are a man and you are working, your wife will not give you money to say, my mother is sick. You can give your wife if you are kind, but nobody can give you your money to take care of your mother. This is your heritage. You have to find a way to do it. So on that note, I want to start. Thank you very much, and for all protocol observers, we learned to say in South Africa, my brother counselor, good afternoon, and another counselor, good afternoon. Thanks. I want to start here because what I'm talking about is the African collection in museum in Ireland. But what subsumes all these things are three concepts I want to unpack: Africa, heritage, and what we call Afrofuturism. The Dagogo who presented the poem here has given us a perfect example of what we call Afrofuturism. Croats are historians of the community, and they have the power and to even make jest of the king in every palace. Those are what brought that. So I go into this, and so I will use this to unpack that. These are African collections, and what do we mean by African? Africa is born in you. You get what I mean? It is not all Africans are black, and not all blacks are Africans. Our brother in the Sahara in Morocco, they are Africans. They are not black. Our brothers in South Africa, they are Afrikaners, they are black, they are white, they are Africans too. So we are Africans as against limiting ourselves to black. And in Ireland, you have to look at who Roger Casement was. Roger Casement said, I now see myself as an African. So in that way, I'm using African here. I'm using it as a strategic ideological position that is not limited by geography, is not limited by culture, it's not limited by geography or pigmentation. It is determined by culture and a strategic positioning. So that is the Africa. And what problem does Africa have? If people don't even understand us. When you see an African, you say, oh, that man is poor. He can't look you in the face. This man is just afraid of his strength. Honestly, that if African really stand up, nobody can stand. Just look at us. Look at what we have gone through, what we have been through, and still look at us. So that it's our deepest fear, our problem is not that we are not good. We are just too good beyond belief. And even if you've never been to Africa, you can see the confidence. Look at what we've been through. When we come here, you put us on the football field, you can't try. Give us mathematics. What can you? Look at our artistic creation. Look at our being. That's why saying something to Africa about racism, they are just modest. And that is power. Not because if you talk genetically about, say, people, you want to tell me, is it biology you are more superior than me? Is it my looks? Is it my strength? So we are. What our problem is not that we are anything. We are just beyond belief, and we are good people. And that's why we are kind. Because if you have power, if we are not like any. If you have power, you can't start beating people up. You can see through them. You know, so for a whole man, a kid coming to attack you, saying nonsense around you, just look at him and go. Because you know he doesn't know, and you are confident of your power. That is the power we have. So forget about saying we are inadequate, forget about, but even now, the debate about racism is not that it's not that, oh, these Africans are poor, they are coming to do this, they are coming with this, they are just afraid we are coming to take over the place. Oh, yeah. Racism has moved from we are inadequate to say, wow, if you allow these people, they are going to take over your country. That is the frontier of racism there. Not that they are inadequate and they will come in with sickness. No. See, look at it. If you look at football, imagine there's a whole African 11 football team. We win the World Cup every day. So that is the African Union. And this is by Mandela. So for me as a people, we have to manage our strength. It is not that we are in, we just have to manage it and be confident in doing this. Given what we've been through and we are still standing. And here we are talking about heritage. You see, heritage is the sedimental layer. This is what makes us who we are. The food I've eaten from when I'm young, my history, my past. You get what I mean? If you do geography, how you do sedimental rock, what we build on from when we were young, you know, and heritage is not in the past. It's like it is what we stand for. When you see somebody say, "Oh, that is Africa," look at its history, look at its past, and it is not just in the world. And this is what gives us a certain way of being in the world. That you can't miss us if millions of people are here. If one African come, you recognize, you know that somebody has come in now. And because that person is modest, you start your building. But what can you say? Because it's naturally is able to see through you. So this is heritage. It's standing for, and it doesn't stand for anywhere. It stands in a specific way, distinct. Heritage is about identity. It's very, very, very distinct. So that is what heritage is. It is in the world, a certain way of Africanness, of being in the world. I will talk to the collection, as you can see from those artwork, you can see. This is what we produce. If you look at the headrest. What does the headrest mean? If you just look at it like somebody to put your head on, for somebody to have headrest, automatically they have a bed. If they have a bed, they have a house. And for you to have that kind of, even if you go to massage, this is what you do, to put in your head. It shows a lot of things. You know how to sleep properly, and you have very good headgear, head cover. You place your head near so you don't want to scratch it on the floor. That is extent of culture. And you can see it in that just simple instrument. Look at the artwork. And this thing becomes art when it is taken from us. These are our everyday things we use in our house. These are everyday things. Go in there and see the Nkisi. Nkisi is from Congo. That particular one belongs to Roger Casement. And Roger Casement, Mary Kingsley, all of them have it. This is the new artificial intelligence we are hearing about. Those are artificial intelligence. You just have to empower it. All those things you see in the body, my brother from Congo can tell you, you just have to program it. I have to say, this man is doing this, he's doing that. I'm going.